Hey. Okay. Hey, T-Rod. I know. Isn't it pretty? She's beautiful tonight. I'm a little higher up. I'm not down at the lake level. So I went up a little bit. I found a pretty good spot. So my battery only got up to 47%. Can you believe that? Like, what the heck? It went down to like 0. But I got a couple of phone calls on my way home. So we'll take as much as we can. I'm seeing spots. Hold on. This is gorgeous. Yeah. Nice way to end the day. Just chilling, relaxing. It's beautiful. What a beautiful breeze. I was thinking while I was driving home after talking in my previous live a little bit about drama. I asked myself, what's the point to all of it? Like, do we gain anything from it? Do we take away anything from it? It is such a waste. I'll tell you one thing with Laura, it's all manufactured. This is how she gets her views to be outrageous, absolutely outrageous. Bringing up her kids over and over, or, you know, or going after somebody and just flipping out. That's part of her game. And the fools that go and fall for it, and then, when you think about this has been, what, a year of this? And you add up all the time everybody, including me, has wasted on watching it. Like, what have I gotten out of it? Nothing, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And her channel will not grow to be an empire. It just won't. Not with the way she's doing it. She's getting subs little by little. She could probably get more subs by just eating a banana. Swear to God. True story. That Russian girl, all she does is eat a banana, and she has millions of followers, subscribers. Millions for eating a banana. She doesn't open up her mouth just to eat a banana. That's it. I can't see. I looked at the sun. Holy crap, I see dots. How is Adam? Yeah, Adam's good, thanks. What's up, Debbie? So, I don't know. Not my life, but it saddens me to see people that desperate, or, what did we do before the internet, We managed. We didn't complain about, oh, I'm a single mom, or, we just did it. Or if you complain, no one heard it. to find a hobby, seriously, and because a year from now or maybe less, none of this, all this drama is not going to matter. You're going to realize how fast time flies by. And if you want to show yourself as someone who just puts people down or talks shit about other people all the time, that's how you're going to be remembered. That's how I remember a lot of people on YouTube for just being awful. I'm not perfect, but oh, how I never want to get to that point. Never. Look at the birds. Aww. Those are not seagulls. Maybe they are. No. Oh, they are. They're seagulls. They're pretty. Oh my goodness, what a picture. What a picture with those birds. Oh shit, I lost my YouTube. What a picture. I'm holding my tripod up because I'm not getting the whole sunset if I go down here. All right, there we go. Shit. I'm parked really close. There we go, to a guardrail. All right, sorry about that. There we go. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Doodle, it is, huh? Hey, how are you? Laura is just a hostile, self-isolated, and spiritually empty menopausal woman. Yeah, that's putting it correct. But it's all acting. I know her. I've known her for a long time before YouTube. It's all acting. Every single bit of it. And trust me when I say that. Like reality television, it's all scripted. All of it. As long as there are fools to watch her and fall for it, she'll never stop. As long as people respond to her, oh, I'm done with her. No, they're not. They're not. They keep talking about her. But I guarantee you, stop talking about her. She's looking around for someone to talk about her. That's how it works. It might be stupid, but it works for her. So. And then, you get tons of other drama channels. It's too much. And I want to know, where's Nurse Granny? Anyone seen her around? I'm really worried. But like I said earlier, maybe she got smart and just said, the hell with YouTube. Or she got sick, or she died. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I know, right? Like, it's been months. Maybe she took a break. Yeah, I took a 3-month break. Maybe she smartened up and said, maybe she's not coming back. To what? This drama shit? Unless she found another community that doesn't gossip and talk shit and smack about people and hurt people. Yeah, for what? Me too, Doodle. Way more than half. I'm down to like two channels. Two channels I go into. That's it. And even, even one of them's questionable. And believe me, these are creators I all loved at one point. But so much changed. I mean, I don't judge them. It's just I can't go there anymore. It's too crazy. Because there's so many people in the community. They're going to talk shit about someone you know and like, or they're going to have like some asshole race this up, and some people are going to see it for what it is, and other people are going to be like, I don't see it. Ugh, so there's no happy medium in these chats anymore. And there's fighting in the chats. And if you have an opinion, someone doesn't agree, you're timed out, you're blocked. Frig that. And if you don't say anything because you're afraid to say anything, you're bullied for being a lurker, because you're just watching, not saying anything. Ah, yeah, lackers, like you're shit if you just watch and don't say anything. So you can't win. You can't win. So it is what it is, you know. I'm just glad that I can log out, tune out, and have a life. Because I look at a lot of these people that I swear to God, they're not disabled, they never leave their home. Like their life, their reality is actually YouTube. And the more you get addicted into social media, the harder it is, I think, to discern between fact and fiction. It's like, you're gonna stop learning how to like relate to people in the real world. This is why this is dangerous for kids when they become addicted to social media. It shuts them down into a bubble, and then when they're out in the real world and have to deal with real people and consequences, they don't know how. And it's happening with adults too. They're so used to having control of their channel and being nasty, and when it comes to the real world, and guess what? You're not in control. They go through that phase, seriously, I've seen it with lots of YouTubers from when they first started, and a year, almost 2 years later, and how much they have changed, like their demeanor, and it's like, Christ, it's just, and people say, well, that's their true colors. I say that that's what the internet does to a person. I don't think it's necessarily their true colors. I just think that's what addiction does to a person. When they surround themselves with negativity day in and day out, with hate, bullying, it becomes their quote unquote norm. This is just how I look at it. So I think we're all basically good people, but I think when you become addicted, like with anything, it becomes bad. I wonder about Erin, but there's no way to check. I can check. I know how to get in touch with Erin. The last time I talked to her was maybe 6 weeks ago, maybe 5, 6 weeks ago. We text. But I can certainly give her a call and see how she's doing. I think that the fact that she's off of YouTube tells me that hopefully she's doing better, because the minute she comes back, being there goes right after her, and makes videos, and it's cruel. It's cruel. And it affects people's lives. And if you knew that you were hurting someone that bad, that they were at that edge, would you care? Would you really care that you were the one that pushed that person to that edge? Because that's what happens. And we're humans. Erin could only take so much. I could only take so much at one point. What people do can affect us in our real life, and it's awful. It's awful that people can be that cruel. Yeah. But I learned when I came back to YouTube not to trust again, like I did once with, we all know who. Never. Thankfully, I don't bring that mentality into my real life. But on YouTube, I will never extend myself like that again to anybody. Anybody. Like I did to being there. Never. A lot of us do, D-Rod. A lot of us feel bad for her. She's going to be okay. There was a time she wasn't. But when she comes back, assholes out there, and we all know who they are, go after her. It's like they have no life. And even though it's a reflection of them, it does affect people. It's not worth it. It's not worth to come back, to be badgered over and over again, to the point where, your mental health is at great risk. Great risk. Ah, Debbie, thank you. Yeah, I miss Erin too. I wasn't friends with her, to be honest. She was kind of like in another community with like Mel Mel and Tori, and I didn't really talk to her until after almost before I came back from YouTube in January. She reached out to me. And that's when, we started talking. It was around January or the end of December. And when we started comparing notes. But before then, I never talked to her. I never went to her channel. Not because I didn't want to. There's only so many people you can know on YouTube. And we started comparing notes. And saw the similarities in the same lies, the same excuses, the same exact story. So we could relate to each other in that sense and comfort each other and vent to each other. She is. She's she's a very intelligent girl. She's very articulate. And the way she presented herself was that, she vlogged about her life, as so millions of other people do on YouTube. I tend to be more private, even in person. It wasn't like when I was friends with Being there, I talked to her about my personal life. I barely ever mentioned my personal life because she was dying, and I felt I'm not going to waste my time in my life. And she didn't even know how many children I had or what their ages were. Because later on, she thought my kids were young. That's how little I told her about my own life. So for her to say, I demanded money from her, or I was going to kill myself, basically commit suicide if she didn't give me money, because I'm a poor single mother and I never ever touched upon that. I'm a proud single mom, widowed mom, very proud. And Erin, she talked about more openly about, and she was comical about it, how her house is falling apart, and but certainly not an e-beggar. When someone donates money, they're willing. No one forces you. Nobody. So the people who donate have no one to blame but themselves. And she wasn't given $19,000, not even close to it. Not even close. There were other YouTubers who got more than Erin. And I've actually seen the proof, but I'm not putting it out there public for respect for Erin. And it doesn't matter. If I show the proof and say this is exactly what Erin got, which was nowhere's near that much money, nowhere near that. And being there would never show what she sent. What good would it do? People will come up with some excuse. And I'm sure by the end of this year, it'll be up to 50,000 that someone donated to her. Hi, Lufa. She was funny. Well, she could take a shitty situation and turn it funny. So, we wish her the best. Um, FOD has been going after her for a long time, and she tried to tell people, especially Randy, who FOD was, but nobody would listen. Nobody would listen. So I guess when Randy, I don't know, I didn't watch much of it, went through all this shit with FOD, whatever it was kind of shocking because it was like, we told you this. Erin told you this. This should be no surprise. The same thing. Exact same thing Erin went through with FOD. Randy was going through it. So why was it made like it was a shock? Like nobody knew. Like Randy wouldn't know. Erin made it clear what she was going through with FOD. She had FOD's name. She had all the answers to everyone's questions. Nobody would listen to Erin. Nobody. Nobody. Erin's been stalked in real life by FOD, had flowers sent, food sent, got her fired from her job. Yep. And Erin never told her where she worked, never told her house address, but nobody would listen. That's why I never invited FOD in my chats. She was very needy, and it was a scary needy to me. It was like, okay, I made my point, I don't want you around. But then she'd come in under all these trolls over and over and over again, multiple trolls, at least 20 in one night. And I'm like, look it, I don't do drama, all right? I don't want you in my channel. I don't want you. She always derailed it. It was always about her. And that's where I stop. I mean, my subs, I respect them. If they have a problem, we know we can all talk about it. But she came in like a wrecking ball and was just like me, 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 me. And knowing what she did to Erin and seeing the proof of what she did to Erin, I'm like, oh, hell no. Please don't enter my life. Please. Lufa, how are you? I'm surprised my battery's lasting. Yeah, When the sun was out, it was even more beautiful. But yes, that is pretty. That's good. I was talking earlier on my live. I went out to visit a good friend of mine out in the country today. I was talking about Netflix, that docuseries called The Staircase. So if anyone's looking for a good crime documentary based on true story, in 2001, The Staircase is phenomenal. It's like a 10-part series, I think. I've only watched the first two. I swear to God, I'll probably binge watch the rest of them tonight and be up all night. You saw that years ago. Yeah, I came across it on Netflix. Actually, one of my patients was watching it, and I'm like, on their iPad, and I'm like, oh wow, that looks really good. It's a good watch. Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't tell me anymore. He's out of prison now. Really? Okay. Because I forget what he was convicted of. I forget what the jury decided. I forgot because this happened in 2001. So I don't want to know. You could be wrong. That's okay. I just don't want to know like what the jury, was he convicted? Wasn't he? What happened? I'm fascinated by watching it right now. I don't, unless he served his sentence, but I don't know. He might be. You know who's out of prison? Um, there was a woman that, in her boyfriend or husband, that beat their baby, 5 months old, to death. And apparently, I forget what state it was in. I came across it when I was doing an internet search on another baby case. And this baby's grave has a cage around it that the family put up because basically the community adopted that child after death. This baby suffered so they said it was the worst case of child abuse they've ever seen. And do you know that mother is out of prison? She got out, I believe, in 2017 because of the laws at that time. And they tried to put some law through for the baby, but it didn't succeed. But the detective that was on the case took one of the pictures, autopsy photos, and had it airbrushed or something where there were no bruises, and it's in his office. Please check on who? What state? I don't remember. What was her name? I think it began with an A. She was 5 months old. They would throw the baby up in the air where it would hit the ceiling and let it drop to the floor. She had old skull fractures, new. If you Google the worst case of child abuse in the United States, she should come up. Yeah, just Google the worst case of child abuse in the United States. Or Google cage around baby's tombstone. Not a subterranean. Well, who do you want me to check on? Aaron? Debbie? I will. I think of her a lot. Wasn't that in New York? I couldn't even guess, Lufa. I don't even know. I completely forget. But that mom is out for good behavior. And they interviewed one of her prison mates, and they were like, yeah, everyone got along with her. She was like a model prisoner. I think she only served like 15 years. I would never look anyone up. That's too creepy. I don't know about the boyfriend, if he's out or not, or her husband. I don't know if they were married. It's a beautiful baby. There's some pictures of the baby, before, before, like without bruises. Like the grandmother took some pictures of her, like in a or in something. So there's a few pictures of her, but they did show at trial. I remember that was on court TV or something, of all those bruises. Very sad, terrible. Yeah, Sandra, our laws are crazy. Yeah, I don't know what kind of a law only allows you to serve 15 years after abusing your child, severely, severely abusing your child to death, where you only have to serve 15 years. But I guess at that time, if it were to happen now, she would have to serve life with no parole. So something changed. Hey, Beth, good to see you. What's up? Eliza, Laquanda, I don't, I don't know. If you said the baby's Iquariero, if you said the baby's name, it would come to me. Was it Texas? I have this mental vision of FOD as Katie Lang. Well, her picture's already been doxxed, but I knew what she looked like long before her picture was doxxed. I already knew who she was, but I never, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to I don't care who they are. I'm not going to dox them. Somebody, but let's just say she actually looks like Peter Brady in real life. And this bullshit about Lolita did this video saying, she goes, I don't care if you got 10 dicks between your legs or no dicks. That's not the issue. It's just so ridiculous. And these are adult people. This is what, like, it's like you're an adult. This is how you behave. People are sick as their secrets. She's scary. Yeah. She's, I don't know. It's like a split personality or so. I don't know. She's got people who just love her and people who just hate her. And I guess if you weren't hurt by her, you love her. But you get attached to her or a friendship, I'll tell you one thing, it's not easy to get out. She gets obsessed, she gets attached to people, and I've seen it with 2 people already. Stay away, yeah. That's why I didn't want her in my, I don't need this in my life. I wish her well in life, but she needs to leave people alone. She came into our community when we were already fractured and it was hard enough. And she came in and took, a hairline fracture and turned it into a compound fracture. That's how I look at that. Not really knowing people, not knowing us before our community broke, and knowing us for who we used to be and how we used to all get along. And she just came in literally like a wrecking ball. There's actually a YouTuber called Wrecking Ball. So tomorrow, 2 p.m., Pet Cemetery, people. All right, it'll be fun. Tuesday, I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Tuesday. I could actually do it tomorrow. Yes. Yes, Brianna Lopez. I'm pretty sure that was it, Brianna. Yep. Yeah, I said Tuesday. Let's do this tomorrow. I'll put a notice up on my community page. Oh shoot, people, my last live. I said Tuesday. Actually, tomorrow will be a better day. Tuesday, it's going to be very hot. It's going to be like 98 degrees. So let me shoot for tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pet Cemetery, where Lizzie Borden's pets are buried, and a lot of other creepy headstones and old, late 1800s, early 1900s. I didn't even know pet cemeteries existed that far back. And we'll see. We'll see if Baby Pink's going to be around. Maybe she wants to come. That name came up as the mother. Okay, yeah. Yep, she is out. I think she had 2 years, I think, of probation. So she's basically literally free at this point, off of probation and everything. People like that should never be able to get pregnant, ever. Or if they do, their babies should be taken away from them. I don't believe in second chances for child abuse. Does it say what state? Was it Texas or New Mexico? Or Ohio? No, not Ohio. No, that didn't happen in Ohio. A lot of weird crap happens in Ohio, but that didn't. I have no desire to move to Ohio ever or visit. So there's just too many of those trials, creepy trials happened out of Ohio. Just gave me a bad taste. I really enjoy your sunset. Thank you, Lufa. I enjoy you guys being here. There are a lot of new people now. That's good. Well, yeah, I hope they land on the right channels because I've noticed, I don't know, it started like a few months ago that if you were new and you went to a channel where no one knew you, you got the third degree. Who are you? I mean, what kind of a welcoming is that? So 2 Eastern time. Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. That's okay, Doodle. So you don't welcome people like that, all right? Who are you? I've never seen you before. You must be a troll. I would be mortified going into a new community. I've been in new communities and no one's ever talked to me like that. Of course, there's no drama, but you're looking at potential subscribers if you care about your subs. I know one creator doesn't give a shit about subs, and that creator has said it. That person said they were leaving, they're gonna unsub, and the creator said, go ahead. So don't call yourself a creator if when your subs say, look at, you hurt me, or this was wrong, I'm gonna unsubscribe, and they're like, go ahead. So if you see a new person, please be mindful. If they're a troll, they're gonna rear their ugly heads at some point. But don't do that to names you don't know. Doodle, what have you been up to? Doodle, let me ask you something, because I know you're for a mod for a lot of channels, because you're excellent. I have good mods, but Doodle is she's very, very attentive. I'm a shitty mod because I tend to get engaged in the conversation and I forget looking around. But there are a lot of channels that you stopped going to because of the drama. I'll have to read more in the case. Yes, yeah. Doodle, have you seen Nurse Granny around? New Mexico, I was right. Okay. Thanks, D-Rod. It was either Texas or New Mexico. Doodle, have you seen Nurse Granny around at all? And she was with us a long time, and it's sad because, like, I don't know if you guys have heard anyone else asking about her, but, she's worth asking about. I only go about 5 channels as where I was going to like 15. Yeah, I understand. Doodlebug is a universal mod. Yeah. You haven't seen her. I think she's drama. Got to her. Yeah. I hope it's that. I do actually have her number, but I texted her, but I should call and see if she has like a voicemail with her voice on it to make sure she's okay. If she still has that same number. This is pretty. God, that loud down there. No masks. They look like two girlfriends. Oh, remember I told you I saw that girl in Trader Joe's with skin tone leggings? And it looked like she was naked from a distance. I'm not kidding. On my way over here, I saw her walking down a street with another friend, the same leggings, the same girl. And I'm like, oh no, that just didn't happen. Like, yeah, yep, same girl, same leggings. I'm like driving down the road and I see this girl and she looked half naked. And I'm like, holy crap. And I slowed down and I looked at her. I go, that's the same girl I saw in Trader Joe's last week with the same skin color leggings. I don't get it. Do these young girls, she was probably like close to 30, late 20s, do they think like, do they know that's what they look like? I drop out when shit gets crazy. I just don't like it. I hate drama. Yeah. I think if people are going to talk shit, go into a Discord. It's like YouTube, but you don't have to subject everyone else to have to listen to it. And then your channel doesn't look like shit. And come out on YouTube when you get something great to talk about, right? Go into Discord, please. I want to help creators and subs, and in a good conversation. You do a great job, Doodle. Lufa, when did you come to YouTube in our community? Discord is a lot safer. A lot of shit happens in there, but out of sight, out of mind. Like I said earlier, define creator. What is a creator? When you start a channel and you're like, I'm going to be a creator, I want to get 1,000 subs, I want to get watch time, I want to get monetized. Remember what a creator is. A creator creates positive, interesting, engaging content, okay, for their subscribers. It's not being talking shit, talking gossip is not it's not a true creator. How can you be monetized or aim for that? Do you really think people are going to pay you to talk shit? Well, we got Laura, but you got to bring something to the table that's positive. Thanks, Doodle. I had her email. Say, Granny's been watching your radio since 2019, the crime community in January 2020. Oh, okay. I know, right? Isn't it pretty? I did good for 47% on my battery. Discord is like the cheerleaders on the back of the school bus. Drama gives me anxiety. Yeah, my mom's dementia. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. It's now moved into hallucinations or the drama. Oh, I'm sorry, Doodle. You get a lot on your plate. I hear you. I truly do. Just make sure you follow up with her doctor. Those can be managed. They really can. Yeah. Oh, good, Doodle. Isn't it awful? Awful that, medicine can help make us live longer. We can treat the body from the neck down, but there's nothing for the neck up. It's cruel. It's cruel. Why keep a body alive for that long when there's nothing you can do for the brain? Awful. I hate even thinking about it sometimes. Doodle, have you heard of Teepa Snow? I did a live stream the other night for Sip Tea with Marie. I don't know if you saw it. But have you heard of Teepa Snow? She's a dementia, Alzheimer's expert on YouTube, Facebook. She does seminars. I met her once. She's a wealth of knowledge and resources. Teepa, Teepa, Teepa Snow, like the snow. Yeah, it's important. Caregivers need a lot of support too. But Teepa Snow is phenomenal. Yeah. Oh, Doodle, I'm sorry. It's awful. Okay, Doodle. Yeah, check out Teepa Snow. She goes to, you can Google Teepa Snow anything, hallucinations. She talks about everything, everything. She's excellent. And she talks about caregivers too. She gives just as much attention to caregivers as she does the person struggling with dementia. Drama is more like National Enquirer. It's worse. It's worse. At least on National Enquirer, they're not calling people names or hurting people, affecting their mental health. At least on National Enquirer, we can say, well, this is all fake news, right? But on YouTube, it's real people doing real shit. There's nothing fake about it. That's what's sad. That's what's sad. I know, the crickets. They're happy. They're happy. Yes, I'm going to need some help soon. It's overwhelming. Yeah, reach out to elder services in your community. Think about getting help, respite in for you. Also, but there's a lot of help out there. and support and online. And again, you'll find all this. Teepa Snow does online live streams. Wow, everyone. My battery's going dead though. Let's. Well, this is it. The streams. The streams like this is set ones really help me paint. So I thank you for that. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Anytime. You know, if you ever want to talk, I've got my email, pinkladylux4@gmail.com. And life is beautiful. Don't waste it. Don't waste it with your tongue either. All right, everyone. My battery's going dead. Thank you so much for showing up. Tomorrow, we're going to change tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Pet Cemetery. Lizzie Borden's pets are buried there, okay? The grave has her name on, the Borden name on it. It is officially Lizzie Borden's pet's grave. I'll look up some research tonight again, and there's a new part of the cemetery, but there's a very old part. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty fascinating place. So I hope you'll join me at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Okay? Thanks. You too, Lufa. Thanks, Doodle. Take care. Stay strong. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Be well.